Hey guys, me bringing you my match versus Brian for UPBL Season 7 Week 1. Brian is in general a good player. Haven't played before, but I've seen him play, and well, he lost like I haven't ever actually seen him do well, but he's an RU player, and I know he's really decent in RU, which generally you can take into account ladder into draft league, like just play style wise. Maybe you don't build well, or maybe you don't prep well, or you don't like draft well or build well. But I know he also plays draft. I've seen him. I've built for him. And I think I've mocked him. I'm like once or twice, but yeah. So basically, finally get to take him on. So couldn't obviously build for him this match, unfortunately. I offered, but so you can see the things he brought. He also had mons like Gengar, Skarmory, Darmanitan, Xatu, Miltank, and Decidueye. I called the Clef. The Clef was really obvious. I called Hydreigon. I called Heracross, and I called Gastro. I did not expect the Rotom-Mow, nor did I expect the Stunfisk. I did expect the Gengar. I was really scared of Gengar actually, I expected the Skarmory, but I can see no Skarm. I'm a little bit confused about like Gengar. I think Gengar, my Shadow Ball / Sludge Wave swap did not exist on this entire team. But, I had like a Mana Buzz that I opted not to bring, but, yeah. So, looking at the 60 brought, Clef is probably just going to be a Life Orb, I'd imagine. It could also be some more support set, but I'm expecting more of a just a 3-attack soft boil set. Stunfisk for rocks. Rotom, I'm not 100% on. I kind of didn't expect it, but I'm guessing it's more of a defogging, either defog or scarf, I imagine. Heracross can be Flame Orb, and Heracross is a huge problem that I predicted in prep, but I really didn't prep too much for it. So basically, the team I brought it's a Culver Dragapult, Culver Dragapult with Subwisp, Max Physically Defensive Primarina, Rest Talk, Stealth Arc Taunt Cobalion, Max HP, it's Calm Mind, Acid Armor, Store Power, Recover Uniclus, Salazzle, Nasty Plot Toxic, and then Life Orb Heliolisk, just 4 attacks. So, by the way, my Helios could not touch Stunfisk for more than Dark Pulse, just because I really didn't expect Stunfisk, so I didn't really prep for it at all, but I would bring Stunfisk, so we'll pick on his part. But, going on, Gastrodon is going to be obviously a bulkier swap in, because it handles Salazzle and Melion pretty well, and it can manage Healers to an extent. It can pivot in, and there's something he can pivot right back out from the Grass Knot. And then Hydreigon's probably just a Scarf set. I kind of didn't expect, so I had it on my layout. I had Hydreigon, but I really, I had a lot of answers to Hydreigon. I had Cobalion, which is faster, and if he's Scarf, then, the problem is Mandibuzz. I had Mandibuzz and I had Primarina, two of the best checks to Hydreigon. So, and then if he's Scarf, which is what I expected, then both of them wall it. And if he's Nasty Plot, then I have Cobalion that outspeeds, Dragapult that outspeeds, Salazzle that outspeeds. So, I felt like Hydreigon kind of struggled here. But again, as I said in the draft analysis, if you don't have a Dark type on your team, you're gonna get bodied by Acid Armor, Calm Mind, or Uniclus. And that's just it. So, I guess that's probably more so why he brought Hydreigon. Probably just to handle Uniclus. But, obviously Uniclus can't touch it, but I think my team manages Hydreigon perfectly fine. I have my first 3 mons on my team, all my, or I guess not all my OU pigs, not OU, but my first 3 mons all kill it in 1 hit, so I think he's gonna struggle with that. But I don't know if the music's, we're gonna turn it down. We're gonna turn it down just a little bit, It's already really low. I think it's just my computer. It's down. Okay. It was just really loud for me, but so he said he was leading Heracross, but I didn't predict Heracross. I led Primarina because Primarina matched up well versus literally everything on his team except for Rotom, and I really didn't think he was leading Rotom because, you know, if I led Salazzle, then I get a free hit off. If I led Cobalion, it still doesn't match up too well versus it, but it obviously can spin. And it doesn't match up well versus Dragon Ball, but he has a Fable for that, so I get why you wouldn't want to do that, or it wouldn't be too concerned with it more so. As you have to lead Dragon, so I get the lead right, so I can just get a free Moonblast here, I believe. Yep, free Moonblast on the Clef, 29, get a special attack drop. As reveals leftovers, which means he is not, it is a loop, right? It's not playing. No, it's just read the outro, it's really long, but, it reveals that he's not Life Orb, and it reveals that I think he was Spadef, I think. I'm pretty sure. But, so, that means this is a lot less of a threat, but I just wrote off a Scald because I'm not concerned about this mon, as it reveals Knockoff. So, Knockoff would have, like, punished Salazzle coming in, which is probably what he went for it for. Just because it meant Salazzle would take Stealth Rocks then, but I did not go hard Salazzle. I actually let my Primarina get knocked off because I am Rest Stalk, so staying in here doesn't hurt me. I'm going to stall it out just a little bit, but I go hard Salazzle on the recovery, which is perfectly fine. He goes Gastrodon. I don't Toxic there, which I do have specifically for Gastrodon, just because if he opted to stay in and knock me off, it was obviously bad for me. So I just made the save play and Sludge Waved. I have to get my Reuniclus on the Gastrodon as he doubles that to his Hydreigon. Solid play, really good play on his part. As he gets a free hit off here / U-turn. As he U-turns out on the Primarina. As he just U-turns out on the Primarina, good play. It gets a free Rotom. Almost cussed there. As I have to go my Helios, because again, I actually don't deal with Rotom extremely well. Like, my Dragapult needs to stay healthy for knockoff Heracross, so I knew he was gonna Volt Switch anyway, but he has a crit, which crit is a bit annoying just because, like, Volt Switch now is a little bit freer. Because it would have done like 19, 18-ish. But he gets a Stunfisk and I can't touch this thing, so I just go hard Primarina as he Stealth Rocks up. I did not bring removal, therefore, and I did not have, for one, I didn't bring removal, and I don't have any hazards of my own, therefore, these rocks are here, and I can't get any up to punish him, so, he got his rocks up really early game, turn 9, so, solid play on his part, getting his rocks up very early. I double up to Cobalion here, oh no, I do have rocks on Cobalion, but he technically doesn't have to Devog. Like, I think me with rocks up versus him with rocks up, I think the fact is that my rocks are a lot less hurting than his are to mine. Because if he knocks off, the problem is if he knocks off Salazzle, then rocks are a problem. That's really the only situation with it that big of a deal. But like, rocks aren't too big of a deal, but it means Dragapult cannot swap in as much as I'd like it to, which is the biggest thing about it. But I go Cobalion. As he goes to Gastrodon, I expected the Clefable on the Primarina, so I get that play wrong, obviously. I'm forced to swap here into my Reuniclus as he Earth Powers. Does 17, just absolutely nothing. It did expected damage, not invested, and not invested. Goes his Clef as I double to my Cobalion here. Again, I just want my rocks up. I think I actually, do I raw Iron Head? Do I get my rocks up? Yeah, I raw Iron Head in case he wants to stay in and knock off / Moonblast. He would just Moonblast, I guess, but because he ate that up, so like he technically could have made that play, but He gets in Heracross, and here's where I have to start pivoting around a little bit, but as he quakes and does not knock off, and that puts my Dragon Ball at 26. So it puts my Dragon Ball all the way down to 26. So it means I have 2 more Stealth Rock swap-ins unless he defogs with his Rotom / Hydreigon. Then my Dragon Ball has 2 more swap-ins. But I obviously forced Heracross out here as I don't remember what I did. I just click Hex. No, I just click Will-O-Wisp. I predicted. I think I maybe forgot. I just straight forgot that Clefable was burnt. But I think I predicted Stunfisk, which I guess is better play with probably Clef always. But I did not have the U-turn. But anyway, I just got my Primarina because I don't want to go Salazzle hard. Because again, I'm worried about getting knocked off, obviously. But I Moonblast. Crit special attack drop is cool, but he gets a revenge crit. His is a 3, so I'm not concerned. The crit special attack drop didn't really matter. That's because he can just soft boil it up. Major special attack drop is a bit annoying, but he has another special attack drop. He's just spamming knockoff. He should, because if I ever go hard Salazzle, then he literally said in chat, go into your Salazzle, or he wouldn't go into your Lazzle. I just said no. I told him I will, but not yet. Yeah, because I will. I'm going to go with Salazzle eventually, but I'm going to go on a turn where I'm pretty much know he's clicking soft boiled. But you know, this section is a bit stally, but I reveal rest early just because, you know, I didn't want to keep wasting PP basically, so I rested and then reveal Sleep Talk. Just because as he encores, so he reveals his last move, which means he's mono Moonblast for his. Well, he has knockoff as well, but he's mono Moonblast as his offensive move. No flame, so Balion comfortably lives to an extent. It takes like 40% though from Moonblast, which is crazy. But he has Encore, and so Encore is really good for him because it can Encore something like Reuniclus. But it only has 7 Encore. It only has 8 Encores in general. So I didn't think about this now, but it only has 7 more Encores. So once I saw that out, then it can't Encore something like, I don't know. It can't Encore anything basically if it runs out of its Encores. That's how that works. So yeah, here was the Encore. So here again, I just keep staying in. I believe. I think here I didn't actually click Sleep Dogs again because it became a PP war at that moment, and I didn't want to waste my PP. Therefore, I just didn't click Sleep Dog because there's no reason to ultimately. But here, I just throw it from Moonblast to 20% or just 19. This is a bit stally as he's just pivoting between his Gastrodon. It's Clefable to stall some of my PP. I agree with it, but Reuniclus on the Gastro just to give me some kind of advantage, I guess. But because Reuniclus basically forces in, he doesn't know my set basically. Therefore, Reuniclus kind of forces in Clefable to scout because if I ever focus Blast on Hydreigon, Hydreigon's dead because he does not know he doesn't know that I'm not Focus Blast. He doesn't know that I cannot touch his Hydreigon whatsoever. He probably figures I can touch his Hydreigon actually, but alas. But here's the Clefable, obviously. I doubled up my Cobalion on the Clefable. Here I think I get my rocks up. I think here's where I get my rocks up. Yeah, I just got my free rocks up. Sing this song. But here I get my rocks up because it punishes these mons. These are the bigger mons I need to punish, but punishing Rotom as well was cool because I needed it helped versus punishing Rotom with Heliolisk was just better. But, CC does 44. I knew he would not click Earth Power here, but he clicked Scald. I predicted him to double there, but I did not get burnt. So if I got burnt there, that was bad. Or if he clicked Earth Power, it was bad. But he recovers here. I just get my Reuniclus in. He Scald again. I think I click Calm Mind here. Yeah, I Calm Mind, reveal my first move. So he still does not know my set. I could be Calm Mind, Recover, Psychic, Focus Blast, which is actually still, if that was my set, then I still would 6-0 him. But basically, I just don't need to reveal Acid Armor. I doubled up on my Salazzle on the Clefable this time because I didn't want to double back into Cobalion just because Cabalion would just let in Gastrodon, so it wouldn't get me anything out of the turn. So here I think I just click Toxic. Yeah, I click Toxic predicting Gastrodon. Here, I know for a fact he's going Gastrodon here, but I have no I can't predict that. That's too saucy. But I took like 60 seconds on this turn just because I was really thinking about clicking Toxic. But yeah, but I still was waiting on the Gastrodon. I had to get that call right. Really good play on his part. Reuniclus comes in and he doubles to Heracross. He predicted properly because I've gone Reuniclus every time on the Gastrodon, so now he gets the call right, and now I've lost him on. Quite literally lost a Pokemon. I think he just clicked. What did he click? Earthquake? Yep, Earthquake's absolutely free. At just 44, he just needs the same roll on the Primarina. Like, basically, I can't risk going hard Bolt here, so he just clicks Facade here because he knows I'm not gonna go hard Bolt. That's a whack play, but obviously I lose my Primarina, but Primarina is my best answer to Hydreigon, so that's really annoying. And Primarina kind of just, he couldn't kill Primarina with anything outside of Rotom, so technically it's like, it's not even that bad for me, but it's also kind of bad for him. It's not bad for either one of us, really, because his Heracross is dead, basically. Either Cabalion gets the kill here, or Heracross dies later to Rocks. So, and basically CC was free there because Gastrodon's at 85, which actually puts it in range of CC twice. So, basically Gastrodon couldn't come in there. Nothing else could really come in there. So, Cabalion gets his first kill with 5-5. He brings in his Hydreigon. I know he's doing a Flame or Fire move here. So I just go hard Salazzle. Fire Blast misses. That would have done like 20-30%, I think. Something like that. So it was good chip off for him, so that does suck, but he goes hard Gastrodon. As I predict properly and get the Toxic off. The thing was, even if he stayed in, it didn't particularly matter because he was Fire Blasting, therefore even Hydreigon Toxic, that was good for Reuniclus. Like if Hydreigon got Toxic there, it's actually still over because Reuniclus would then beat everything because it would stall out Hydreigon. So yeah, it did not matter. Basically, Toxic was absolutely free there. It covered legitimately everything. Toxic on something was good. And the only thing that would really, I wouldn't care about Toxic on was Rotom, which I then just click my move versus afterwards. So, you know, he had to go hard Gastrodon, I agree. But now Gastrodon's Toxic, so I should go Reuniclus on the Gastrodon as I've done every time. You can't really punish that much anymore. I think I just click Calm Mind here, because it forces in Clefable to Encore me, or it forces in Hydreigon, which doesn't do anything to me. But here I predict the Encore, I think. No, I predict Knockoff. Yeah, I predicted Knockoff, because basically he either knocks off Reuniclus's leftovers, or he knocks off Salazzle. I really didn't predict Moonblast there whatsoever. I thought Moonblast was a whack play, but I knew that Dragapult still lived to knock off at 14, so I could still get a Hex off and get this thing relatively low. So he'd have to, it would force him to recover later, which isn't absolutely free versus me, because Cabalion and Salazzle, and if it forced to recover, then it would allow in one of those. More than likely Cabalion, but Cabalion puts in a little bit more work now that Gastrodon is poisoned. Cabalion is really good here, by the way, but as he moved left, Dragapult is now dead. So I just bring in my Cabalion here. Cabalion is my play over Salazzle because, again, Cabalion's much better than Salazzle here because Salazzle would still allow in Gastrodon, and it would also allow in Scarf Hydreigon if he wanted to go hard that, but he shouldn't because then Reuniclus is probably going to win. So basically Cabalion is just free here. And I can click CC absolutely freely because there's no way he's going to risk his Clefable there. So I just click CC as it's going to 2-hit KO anything on his team. As it just chunked if this Rotom 53. He reveals the left piece, which means he's not Scarf, and I'm not worried about Scarf. So I just CC to kill the Rotom here as it's 4-4. It's basically what's happening is if he gets a kill, then I get my kill. So, which has happened both times. He killed Primarina with Heracross, then I got my kill with Cabalion. He got his kill on the pull with Clefable, then I got my kill with Cabalion again. So basically, anytime he gets a kill, I get a kill. There's no reason to. I really did almost click CC there, which that double to Hydreigon was super aggressive. Like, I would almost say too aggressive, because if I CC'd there, it was legitimately over. Because I would tell you how to Encore eventually. So, I think that was a really aggressive play, really good play on his part, but still a really aggressive one. As I predict him properly, and I call mine as he predict. Again, I predict the Fire Blast properly, because like I knew even so, I figured for one he's gonna predict, but even if he stayed in and clicked Dark Pulse, it did not matter because plus basically neutral Dark Pulse into +1 Spadef. Dark Pulse does not kill me, so it's basically fine with me, even if he opts to click Dark Pulse there. And I don't have, my lefties, I get my lefters back, puts me at 81, as I just call mine again, I am +2/+2, this forces the Encore here, or knockoff, and if he does not knock off, then I start clicking Store Power, and it does a chunk to him, but, he doesn't lose, Cena said he lost to this, but he doesn't actually lose to this, because he solves me out of Store Powers eventually, but I saw him out of Soft Boys a little bit here, which is my whole plan, but, basically here, I'm trying to force the Encore, but I doubled Cobalion here because I figured he'd Encore. As he obviously goes Hydreigon, he didn't predict the Cobalion, but he predicted the, I guess he predicted the Store Power was going to stall me out just a little bit, but unless he did predict the Cobalion, which in that case I figured you would, well, no, I guess you would double Hydreigon then, so I guess that was just a really good play on his part, but, here I just go hard Reuniclus, because it doesn't take anything Fire Blast, any Dark Pulses, then that's a Flames play on this part, honestly, but, and U-Turn's not going to do anything either, so, Reuniclus is perfectly fine. I just call mine with Gastrodon Pivot, I call mine, when again? Yeah, I call mine again, this again forces him to Encore, but I knew he was going to Encore there, but there's no reason for me to swap out on the Encore. Just because I can't even stay in, continue Encore, Calm Mind, because he can't really stop that. Because I was probably clicking Calm Mind a lot anyway. But here, I get out of the Encore, and here is where I go hard Cobalion on the Encore. As he does click the Encore, he is now down to 5 Encores. He goes to Stunfisk. Do I click Ironhead? I do click Ironhead here, which is really problematic. Because here, basically the problem was, Stunfisk here... Yeah, okay, so Stunfisk here, basically, Earthquake would pick up a kill. Because Reuniclus at 50, it takes like, I think it takes like 25, exactly. It takes about 25 on Reuniclus, so I can't go Reuniclus, I'm 49. Which is where the crit on the knockoff does matter, just a little bit. But, it's not big, per se, but it's still annoying. That's because Earthquake picks him a kill now, and I have to sack something. And here is where I think I get my kill, but I can't kill. I can't get my kill here, so which is problematic. But here I just get my recovery back with Reuniclus, which is the whole game plan. As he died, I allowed that just fine because it didn't matter. He knew I was recovering. I knew he was swapping, but Max Guard didn't really matter. Which is why he did that. As I click Acid Armor here, because maybe I shouldn't have clicked Acid Armor, but I clicked Acid Armor because I didn't want to get Encored into Calm Minds and eventually run out of Calm Minds. So I knew what I was thinking because I could still basically get +6 Acid Armor and still have a plenty strong Store Power. But again, the issue was I didn't want to run out of Calm Minds, but now the issue is he knows I cannot touch his Hydreigon whatsoever. So now he's not scared as much. But I click Calm Mind here. He Encores. Again, I just want to force the Encores more than I actually want to stay in. Because he's down to 4 Encores, and he's also down to 10 Soft Boils, which is really cool, but here, it doesn't really matter what he clicks. Cobalion's fine. If he clicks Knock, then... If he clicks Knockoff, then I get my attack boost, so then I do get my kill. But if he clicks Moonblast, then I take a chunk, but Ironhead's free then. I think, yeah, I just raw click Ironhead, I don't predict Stunfisk. As he Moonblast again, my Cobalion is really weakened, which means Dark Pulse might be able to endgame me, which is what I was really concerned about at this point. I was like, okay, might lose to Dark Pulse now, but here I just click CC, I think. No, I just click Iron. Dude, I am garbage. Holy crap. But anyway, I basically, Reuniclus is plenty healthy now. Yeah, I did 28, but Reunicular is plenty healthy to live now, so here I think I should recover up. As he's gonna recover here, I know that. I go Salazzle. I Sludge Wave, I think. I think I Nasty Plot. No, I Sludge Wave here. Because it forces Gastrodon in. I stay in here because I know he's gonna recover. And I just wanted to style up more Toxic turns more than anything. There was no way he was clicking Earth Power there. He was either doubling or clicking Recover. So I'm gonna click Recover there, and he clicked it again. So it's down to 12 recovers. I'm not really worried about stalling Gastrodon out of recovers, but I Calm Mind as he pivots Stunfisk. Stunfisk does not matter. I set up all over this. I double to Salazzle, predicting the Clefable, as I'm double again, predicting Gastrodon, just weakening Gastrodon a little bit. Don't need to, but, you know, I Calm Mind again, because I don't care about Clefable coming in, because eventually he will run out of Encores. He's down to 3 Encores, but I was just waiting for the Encore to run out, and as soon as he was out of Encores, then it was nearly over. Right? It just matter of whether Reunix could break, if I broke through Hydreigon, which is going to be the big problem in this match at this point. But here I think I go Hard Salazzle. I think this is where I get knocked off. No, he just Moonblast again. He gets the Special Attack Drop. The Special Attack Drop is really big, by the way, because it meant that my Sludge Wave wasn't really doing much to Clefable, so it forces me kind of Nasty Plot here, because I wanted to actually do damage. Oh my, I suck at this. What was it, turn 80? 80-ish? Close enough, it's close enough. But I guess Special Attack Drop, as I'm forced out of Salazzle here, even though I'm +1, obviously I can't do much to Gastrodon still, my Dual Stab cannot touch it. I double out Salazzle here as he recovers. I doubled out predicting the... obviously. So, I knew he wasn't going to Earth Power there, so it was really fine either way, but he doubles out a Clefable here. Good play, he knocks off, I just Acid Armor. He Moonblast as I... what do I do? Acid Armor again. I go Hard Salazzle here, I go Hard Salazzle in the Encore. He didn't have to Encore there, but I feared he would, so... just because he wanted to, you know, get the Encore off. And now he's down to 2 Encores. And basically, this Clefable was not going to Encore him, but Reunix eventually. But here I get in Salazzle. I think here is just where I click Sludge Wave again. No reason to predict. I go Reuniclus here. I still live 2 Earth Powers just fine. Get my Recover off. It is turn 92, by the way. I just want to bring that to attention. We still have a long ways to go, by the way. I just want to bring that, again, to attention. But, get the Recover off. Clefable, Moonblast, Acid Armor. Again, I just didn't want to run a Calm Mind PP, which is what I was concerned about. As I Calm Mind here, basically, I'm just forcing the Encore. That's all I'm doing. As he Encores me into Recover, which means that was probably his best play, just to eventually Encore me into Recover, because my Recovers can run out, and he's going to force the Recovers eventually, so... But anyway, he's down to 1 now. He's down to 1 Encore, and this puts him in a horrible position, but he finally knocks off my Salazzle, which is pretty big, because now it means I'm taking Stealth Rock and can't pivot around like I wanted to properly, but it's fine. I think I just clicked Sludge Wave here. Yeah, I just clicked Sludge Wave here, and at this point, I figure I don't need my Salazzle. It is now does not have boots, so as he goes Earth Power and kills the Salazzle off. So like that's not good, but it's not horrible either, because at this point Stealth Rocks were up, so like, and my boots were knocked off. Therefore, I couldn't even bring in Salazzle that many more times. Therefore, obviously it's problematic, but. He Earth Powers, kills off the Salazzle. It is now 2-4. It's not looking hot, but it's also not looking horrible. So, anyway, Gastrodon's now... It's technically low enough for Cabellian. No, I think Cabellian to like 44. But, yeah. So, I just bring in Reuniclus, and I think I see him. Yeah, I just see him on the Hydreigon play. Hydreigon doesn't really matter. And he just Fire Blast. And this pretty much confirms that he does not have Dark Pulse. And... like, that is pretty big. Because, like, no. Okay, so the issue meant that his way now wasn't to flinch me. It was to crit me with Fire Blast, which still wouldn't kill me. And so, it came, basically, Dark Pulse crit and flinch chance. And Fire Blast, or his Draco, needed 2 crits and didn't have a flinch chance. So basically, I mean, his odds of beating it with Hydreigon was very low, but it's gonna come down to if he can, I don't know. But I see him here as Clef comes in. I'm +2, +2, +2. This forces him to click Encore. This forces him to Encore because if I click Store Power, then I obviously beat him 1v1. As he Encore, this is his last Encore. He's now has no Encores left. As I Calm Mind, I basically just sack off Cobalion here. He Moonblast here, kills off Cobalion, doesn't matter. I get in my Reuniclus, I start clicking Calm Mind, get my +6, recover, toxic, blah blah blah. Moonblast, special attack drop, doesn't really matter. I start clicking Calm Mind a lot. Hydreigon comes in. He has to click Fire Blast or Toxic. Basically, basically at this point it comes down to a PP War / a double crit from Hydreigon. Is what it comes down to. Unless he crits it when I'm at like 60. In that case, I die. But if I'm at full and he crits, it doesn't matter. But he's out of Encores. He's clicking Toxic. It comes down to again no PP War. We're clicking Toxic and Acid Armor. Acid Armor. How many more? 4. Acid Armor, Acid Armor, Acid Armor. Oh, I wouldn't Calm Mind to get my max special attack. Here he has one more. He wastes the last one. Obviously, he's swapping here, so I just click Store Power on the swap. Kill off Clefable. Hydreigon comes in back in as he gets his 6 off. Just again more PP. Crits there, just 34. So I just Store Power because I have 10. I'm not concerned about losing PP off of that, but click Recover so I don't have to worry about like double crit there. As he crits again, so like the game's trying to give this to him, I think, but it's not gonna happen. Here he's swapping, so I just Store Power once again, kill off the Stunfisk. Hydreigon comes back in, it's at 14. The problem here was I'm running low on PP, and he actually lives one more swap in. And so if he didn't have Draco and he had like a more PP move than Draco, then I think I lost. Because the problem was with U-turn, it had to be the last mon, because otherwise he would U-turn out, and he'd put himself in the disadvantage, disadvantage? That's a word, I don't know how to say what it is actually, but, less than optimal position, there we go. But, obviously Draco's then does 11, so I just stored power. Here he can crit, he does not get the crit. I recover, I just 4, and at 95, 92, just click Acid Armor a few times. He's down to 3 more, 2 more, he misses a Draco, he goes 3, 1, he's down to 1 Draco. He converts this one to 71, so it does a lot, but I still just get my recover off, so it's not that concerning. Because he was out of PP on Draco, therefore he didn't have a chance. And recover does not matter. Store Power is going to kill about 5 Gastrodons there, as I'm still +6. As it just comes down to a U-turn, the just stall 4, and we're sitting here. And I'm running out of PP. And so basically, I'm going to run out of PP before he runs out of PP. So basically, the issue was that the issue was that I'm gonna run a PP before him, therefore we thought he won, but then we realized on turn 161 that I win with struggle because he is at 2%. He's at 1.5 because he said that earlier, I think. Yeah, he's at 1.5%, and there's no way struggle is not killing. And I realize here is where I win this game because I win with struggle, and I have 4 more stored powers. 3, 2, 1, 0, and I click struggle and kill off the Hydreigon, and I win with the Reuniclus. So I won. I actually beat Brian. It was a very good game. It was a very good game. But that match that was a wild match, to be honest. Just because my Reuniclus shouldn't have... Okay, no, I think Reuniclus was really always going to win this game in the end, but it didn't... It was... So, he said he never brings Dark Pulse Hydreigon, right? And Dark Pulse really did not win him this game unless he got really lucky with it. Because I would just Calm Mind, Recover, stall it, and unless he got, like, double flinch or a crit, then I still beat him. So, he would still have to get lucky with it. And I was pretty spadef, therefore even a crit, Dark Pulse wouldn't kill me from full. And it probably did. There's no way I'd not die. I refuse to believe that, but I was really spadef, but there's no way I lived that. So, if he had Dark Pulse, he had more of a chance, but it would still come down to him getting lucky. But after completing that many moves, it's actually quite possible that he got the crit. But it was still, like, a valid chance that he doesn't get the crit, but it's also a chance that he does get the crit. So, we actually pulled through versus Brian in a very, very close one. But, my Mono Stored Power beat his Dark type. His very good Dark type in Hydreigon. But, well, that was a wild one. But, we pulled through with week 1 with Reuniclus. And this is why I said that if you don't have a Dark type, which he did, and it still won, but anyway, if you don't have a Dark type, you're losing to this set. And he had a Dark type and still lost to this set. But, he really struggled with this set once. Even once Heracross was alive, +6, like, Mega Horn, when I was still at +6, it still did a chunk to me. So, like, yeah. But anyway, we actually pulled through versus him. Next week, we face Easy Bake, and Easy Bake is good. I've seen him play, so that'll be a tough one. He's the second Clefable team, the only other Clefable team in the league, but I faced him twice in a row, but, we should play that match late, but, yeah, we pulled through versus Brian, moving him to 0-1, and we moved to 1-0. Through our first, our first 4 week opponents are, like, probably the best ones in the league. Not saying, like, out of the top 5, it would probably be me, Mythlo, Jason, him, Brian, and Easy Bake. And I face all the other 4 in the first 4 weeks. I face Brian week 1, who we pulled through versus. We face Easy Bake week 2. We face Jason week 3. And we face Mythlo week 4. So, you know, it's not gonna be that easy. But after that, we face Cal. We actually got Cal here, which is the scariest thing ever, because I'm gonna have to face Cal, and he's like I've beaten him one time. I beat him for GPA Season 4.5 Semis. I beat him with Blacephalon, so I don't have Blacephalon here, though, so here's the problem. But, hopefully we go undefeated until then, and end 10-1 when I lose to Cal, because that's how that works. But anyway, that was a long one, but it was a long match, so I don't feel much remorse. But yeah, and I will see you guys with week 2 versus Easy Bake whenever that goes up.